Hey everybody, I'm Tim, and today we're headed to a very special part of the Heartland of Cigars in America, and you're watching Cigars Daily. Get more out of this and all our content when you join the community on Cigars Daily Plus. And for this video, I just lit up Perdomo's Habano Bourbon Barrel Aged Connecticut, a creamy, smooth cigar that has an extra level of refinement to that flavor from that sweet barrel fermentation. Inside the world of cigars, there is one singular thing that unites all of us, and it's the love of the leaf. Whether you're an aficionado that enjoys cigars at home, or a retailer, or a cigar-making manufacturer in a warehouse in Miami, or a farmer down in Latin America, you love this leaf and the flavor and the community and all that comes with it. And it makes it a very interesting industry. In fact, there's so much passion in this industry that it really attracts a lot of people who are hobbyists. In fact, I'll be totally honest up front, there's not a tremendous amount of business people doing the cigar thing these days. There's a lot of people trying to figure it out. In fact, I tell people this relatively frequently here at the Cigars Daily HQ. You know, on the manufacturing side, you don't have a ton of business people because you get a lot of farmers over there. On the American side, the brick and mortar cigar shops, you don't have a ton of business people there either. Typically, you get a cigar shop owned by a retired guy or a retired couple of people that are just trying to run the shop in the black, and maybe the guy's trying to avoid his wife in retirement. I don't know. And that does mean there are a lot of people in this industry who are more or less trying to figure it out, and fewer people who really seem to have figured it out. And without wanting to be like a brown-nosing suck-up, that's kind of what I want to take you inside of today. There are a lot of cigar makers out there, and during my time in Miami, one of the things I learned is that cigar makers are asking the same questions that you find your local brick and mortar shop owner asking. How do we connect with people? How do we communicate the value of our product to them? And so everybody's sort of trying to figure it out, at least except one person I could see, which was Nick Perdomo. Of everybody I talked to, I got a lot of cigar makers asking me questions, especially about audience engagement and engagement with people online. But Nick Perdomo didn't really ask me any questions when I visited his warehouse in Miami, because this dude has been doing it for a very long time and he's refined this down to a science. If you're a member of the Perdomo Army, you likely already know this. Perdomo has mastered a lot of parts of the cigar world. Outside of just the creation of the cigar and draw testing every single stick they make, and all of their wrap release are aged 5 years, and everything that goes into making sure that every time you light up a Perdomo, it's a flawless experience, all the way down to how the brick and mortar shop displays this and communicates the value of these cigars to you. Nick Perdomo has sort of thought through the entire process. And so that's where I want to take you today, to hang out with Nick in the Perdomo HQ and give you guys a window into his world of cigar making and how he runs a colossal operation as still a family owned and operated company. Time to head back to the Heartland of Cigars in America. So I'm taking you guys through the Heartland of Cigars, and you've seen some warehouses, you've seen boxes piled up, but what I want to show you here at the majestic Perdomo warehouse here in Florida is, first of all, Mr. Nick Perdomo. This guy, more than anybody else in the industry, has put his mind to how cigars are perceived, how the experience is enjoyed, and Perdomo Cigars represents an amazing experience. Thank you for having me over, brother.
Thank you for coming, Tim. My pleasure.
I want you to take me through this, because where we are right now, this is your warehouse here. Yes. But there's so much more than a warehouse. You've got this is like a whole cigar shop.
Yes.
In front of what is this place?
This is Perdomo headquarters, and this is our cigar store here, Tim. And a lot of people come, mostly tourists, to come in, and they get to see the whole distribution facility. We do tours. And we got a nice lounge here, and we sell cigars, and it's been great for us. And we're in an industrial park, so it's hard to kind of get to reach for us. So people really come in, and it's really humbling to see how many people come into the store.
So a lot of people come in here to smoke, but you've also set up this whole like display area in the back,
Yes.
which gives your very unique take on presenting cigars in a way that people can find what they're looking for and always get what's important to them. Will you take us through that?
Sure. It's really the ease of shopping with proper merchandising, and I think it helps not only the retailer but also helps the consumer to find what he wants. So this is kind of our R&D department, and this shows kind of a portfolio of all our cigars and how we like our cigars to be shown. And we like everything in a four-facing set because we know the human eye really can't see less than 86 centimeters. So this really helps propel sales not only on the brand, but it also helps the retailer, and again, it helps the consumers. We call it non-contaminated product, where it's the ease of shopping, and everybody does it, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola. And it was something I learned many years ago, and I think it showcases the brands properly. The shelf talkers give all the descriptions of the brands and what they like. If somebody likes something mild, medium, or full body, well, it gets to tell you. A lot of times you guys go into a store and the clerk's busy, and you can shop around, and it makes it easy for the consumer to buy. So it's been really good for us.
A lot of what we're talking about here is presentation, right? So you take the bands off any 10 cigars and put them next to each other on a table. You'd have a hard time telling what's what until you pick them up and smoke them. If you light up a Perdomo, it'll be pretty apparent because that Perdomo's got that consistent Perdomo flavor, consistent quality construction, always a perfect draw because you draw test every single cigar. That's insane, by the way, that you do that. How many cigars did you say you could draw test every minute?
We can draw test up to 18 cigars per second.
Per second. Yeah. 18 cigars a second, which is absolutely mad. But then you take those cigars and you put them in an amazing presentation like this. But just putting the band on and putting it in the box isn't everything that Nick is talking about. That many boxes on the shelf, displaying them in this way gives people a better idea of where in the humidor it is, unless you find things faster, because at the end of the day, even when you go to your cigar shop to relax, you don't want to spend half the time looking for what you want to find in the humidor. You want to find it, light it up, and get to that experience.
Absolutely. And we want to provide the best experience for the consumer. And the reason draw testing is so important is nothing's more, and you know it, you're a big cigar smoker yourself, nothing's more frustrating when a cigar doesn't draw.
Yeah.
So proper dosage or blending also, of course, for the taste is important, but we really want the cigars to be constructed well. People pay a lot of money for these things, and you want them to be happy as your consumer, and me as the manufacturer wants the same exact thing, so it works for us.
So if you go into your local cigar shop and you see a big fat Perdomo display on the wall that looks something like this, there's a reason for that. It's because Perdomo's always working with their retailers to make sure they have all the tools that they need to give you the clearest, most concise information to find what you want. I'm curious, we got only a few minutes while you're here. Can we take a look in the warehouse?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Should we go in that way, Jeff?
You can go in this way.
Let's start from here, Tim. So, Tim, this is our pulling and picking facility, and these are all the different brands that we're pulling for the day. So you have 20th anniversary over here, and everything is done by the wrapper, the size, and the dimensions of the cigar. So we go from the red box, which is a sun-grown, to the Maduro Perdomo, and if you go all the way to your left, you see the 20th in Connecticut. And then you see all the different brands, 10th Maduro, 10th sun-grown, and as you're turning around, you see Lot 23 on the side. Over here is Champagne. We're consistently filling these boxes back and forth, and all the master cartons are in the back, and we've been lucky that you get to come today. We just had a container come in where we had 758 cartons from a 45 high cube container. So these are all the different brands. So everything on the right is Champagne. Each one of these cartons has 36 boxes in each one. So this container had about 775,000 cigars.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we're blessed. This is Wednesday. Next Tuesday, this will be empty. Like I said earlier, we were talking. Today we had only 6 boxes of cigars before we filled this up. So our team does a phenomenal job. And thanks to you and the consumers, we're going through product, but we're making sure that our quality's right. And we've been really happy with our sales this year.
So you said last week you had like 6 boxes of cigars in here. So this is, as retailers think about trying to stock 30 to 45 days worth of stock, but for you, this is like the half a week.
Yeah, this is about 5 days of inventory.
Days
But you got to remember,
inventory.
it's a big country, you know.
Yeah, man.
It's a big country. We have thousands of retailers. We're really blessed. We have in North America, so they go through the cigars really quick.
That's a great and amazing brands. Like right behind us on the shelf right here is the Champagne, the 10th anniversary Champagne. Is that still your most popular cigar?
Oh yeah, we actually had to retire 2 brands because the 2 brands we had did over 1 million cigars each one. We sell over 1 million cigars of one SKU of Champagne.
So when he says SKU, he means one size.
One size, yeah.
1 million cigars per size. Every cigar brand in America wishes they had that.
As a total, we're blessed. But hey, listen, you got to start somewhere. I start out of a garage, so thanks to you and the consumers out there, we've been able to do quite a bit. But we're still striving to do the best we can every single day.
All right. Well, I am itching for a cigar, so I'm going to probably try to find a Champagne that's not probably inventoried and counted for and in a system somewhere, and we'll throw everybody's day off. So Nick's going to run out of here, but thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, Tim.
I greatly
really
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, obviously, I have got a lot of respect for Nick Perdomo and what he's accomplished, and he certainly isn't the only guy in the industry operating at this level, but in my mind, he is one of a very elite few who have put aside all the distractions to pursue excellence in his craft. And when I say his craft, I'm talking about the cigar making, the way cigars are presented, all the way down to shipping operations right there in Miami. This dude has put a careful eye and attention to all the little details to every part of it. And so I'll ask you this. Are you a big Perdomo fan? What brands do you trust out there? And if you like Perdomo, what brands do you trust as much as you trust Perdomo cigars? At the end of the day, this is all about an experience and creating an experience that you know you can count on when you come back and light up again and again and again. Every brand is looking to try to make cigars out there that give you that very consistent, very reliable, very palate igniting experience. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments there. And of course, check this video out on Cigars Daily Plus and join me for the rest of the Heartland of Cigars tour because I got even more to bring you from Miami. And so join me there. And thank you all so much for watching. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.